Hello there! Welcome back to the Nerdery. We are going to unbox, review, and scale the brand new Mystique action figure from the early 2000 X-Men films. This episode will ask and answer the question, is this figure worthy of a $25 price tag? Mystique has arrived. This is my first figure from the Fox Marvel Universe wave that's coming out. Cannot wait to get the others and scale them together. I'm really digging this new Marvel Legends packaging. Not sure if this is indicative of what we'll see going forward, but I do like the change. I think it's more streamlined and aesthetically pleasing. They have the same footprint when facing front. The new box is just slightly thicker than the old Marvel Legends box. Top of the box is the Marvel Legends series logo as well as an X-Men logo in yellow. Really appreciate the mint green color on this box. It's very subtle and aesthetically pleasing. It also makes the yellow background behind Mystique pop. The X really comes through. A lot of times on the backgrounds you can't see what it is until you actually slide it out of the package. And talk about pop, man. The blue on Mystique with her yellow eyes with that background looks incredible. Bottom of the box has an X-Men symbol as well as Marvel's Mystique. I'm just really digging the whole vibe of this packaging. I wonder if it's going to be this way going forward. Side of the box has really cool shadow art of Mystique with white eyes. Man, that looks so cool. Flipping it to the back, it's just expanded version of that art, and it is definitely display worthy. I'm most definitely keeping this box and going to put it somewhere in the Nerdery. What about you guys? What are you going to do with it? Raven Darkholme is Mystique. She was created by David Cockrum and Chris Claremont. Her first appearance was in Miss Marvel number 16 in April of 1978. She's the mother to Nightcrawler and adoptive mother to Rogue. Her abilities include shape-shifting. She has enhanced strength, speed, stamina, durability, flexibility, agility, and reflexes. She has slowed aging and a regenerative healing factor. This version is from the 2000 and 2003 X-Men films, masterfully played by sci-fi goddess Rebecca Romijn.
Why not stay in disguise all the time? Look like everyone else.
And then Mystique comes back and says, because we shouldn't have to. Dude, this is awesome. The face immediately grabs you right out of the box, man. First thing that popped in my head is the scene from X-Men where she's sliding on the floor backwards, flipping the bird, communicating. Holy cow, man. They nailed the face sculpt and the essence of this character. Dude, I love the colors from the blue body to the red hair and the yellow eyes. Wow, dude. I think they nailed this photoreal face sculpt. Here's a side-by-side of this figure with Rebecca Romijn as Mystique. I really feel they captured the essence of her character. It really looks like her face. This face is expressionless, which I don't mind at all for Mystique because in the movie she kind of just looked like that a lot of it. Look at her mutation all over her face, man. It looks incredible. And then you add those yellow eyes. My goodness, do they pop out with the blue face and the red hair. It's a nice deep red that looks like it has like a black or brown wash through it, slicked back and hanging right over her shoulder, just like it did in the movie. Outstanding job, Hasbro. Head moves side to side with ease. Get a little tilt back. Nice tilt down. Oh, and great head tilt from side to side. Look at that. Dude, that is perfect. That's just like the movie, man, where she's looking at you and her head's just tilted, and then next thing you know, she knocks you out and kicks your butt. Here's a little scale fun with Psylocke, who came in the 3-pack with Nimrod and Fantomex. Psylocke actually stands taller than Mystique. Part of why I wanted to scale her before we start looking at the figure is that this is the same body mold we've seen in numerous figures. So there's nothing new with the sculpt or articulation that we're going to see here, which is disappointing because it's a $25 figure. The other thing with Mystique, especially how they showed her in the Fox Marvel universe, was her flexibility and capabilities. She's like an acrobat and a gymnast. But let's take a look at the sculpt itself and see if that is. Again, they nailed the blue on her body. It is striking. I really appreciate the dark, deep blue that is the detail for her mutation. Her arms are a dark midnight blue and they have scales all over them. That is really, really impressive. She has a single joint at the elbow, which has 360-degree rotation like all the other figures. And she comes with 2 hand options. You can have 2 fists that inflect back and forth, or 2 open hands that also inflect back and forth. following the mutations around her body. There's larger flecks of it as well as smaller scales. I have a picture of Mystique right now from the movie and feel that they captured this figure really well. I mean, the details going all the way down the body. Look at the scales on her hips, all the way down to her thighs. Very, very impressive. And I really appreciate how the blue starts coming back in at the midriff, as well as the thigh area, to complement the scales, and that you have different types of scales. These are all midnight blue. Then you have the lighter, almost like a cubby blue, coming around the midriff and thighs. And then you have the larger scales for her mutation that come with it. It does have a cut at the hip and then a double knee joint. Again, very flexible figure, but there is nothing new here. And I feel that Mystique from the Fox X-Men movies deserves something new, especially for the $25 price tag. One of the few Marvel Legends figures where you'll actually just have a foot. It's a nice mixture of the midnight blue and cubby blue, and then her scales and detail come all the way around to it. Very good flexibility back and forth, and then does rock side to side. Mystique comes with one major accessory outside the two hand options. It's an entire arm that goes in at the shoulder. Pops in nicely. Top of her shoulder has scales and mutant detail, and then the rest is just normal peach skin going down her arm. I appreciate the idea behind this. It's supposed to show her transitioning at the shoulder either to or from a different body. So while I appreciate the intent, it is kind of underwhelming once you put it on her. It doesn't really add anything, and I think it actually takes away from the figure. What I think would have been cool was to have a face sculpt that shows the face sculpt transitioning, and it would be Rebecca Romijn's face. That would have been really cool. Here she is with 90s X-Men Magneto. I don't have any other figures from this wave yet, so we're just going to use the 90s X-Men one I have. And there she is next to Wanda. I'm kind of surprised Mystique is scaling smaller than all of the other Marvel Legends figures that are 90s X-Men. I consider her a taller figure, probably at least around 6 foot. Next up, we're going to scale her with Silver Sable and Jean Grey. Again, I'm really surprised that the Marvel Legends comic figures are coming in at a larger scale than the Fox X-Men Mystique. She actually looks really, really cool next to both of them. Is this figure worthy of the $25 premium? I gotta say Deneno, my damie. She is an awesome figure. However, it is the same female body sculpt that we have on pretty much every female Marvel Legends figure. Like those figures, very hard to stand and pose. So there's nothing new with articulation, nothing new with flexibility, nothing to justify that additional cost. She comes with the arm that shows the fading effect from her in her mutation to out. I think it was done kind of half-assed, to be honest, and she does have 2 additional hands, which is always appreciated. But again, there's nothing exceptional about those accessories. They're just there. What would have made them exceptional is if she had a face-changing effect with Rebecca Romijn's face. That would have been awesome. What I love about this figure is the face itself, man. It really does capture Rebecca Romijn. I love all the sculpting and effects on it, man. The colors they picked are tremendous. The midnight blue that's her mutant scale effects looks incredible with that lighter cubby blue. The red hair slicked back is fantastic and nails the look of the character. And then you have those searing yellow eyes and that blank expression that she has in the movie. Normally, I'm not a fan of the blank expression, but for this figure, it's awesome. So while the figure is not worth the premium of $25, it definitely is a must-own for me because I love the first 2 X-Men movies and I still enjoy them to this day. And to me, the best 4 characters out of those films are Wolverine, Magneto, Professor X, and Mystique. What do you guys think of this figure? Do you think she's worthy of the $25 upgrade? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.